How do you feel about pets? Do you respect them? Do you love them? Would you go out of your way to make their life better? Nook Nook was a pit bull who was in a shelter for 6 months. He was deaf and abandoned because he no longer served breeding purposes. He can no longer have babies. Fortunately, he was adopted by someone, but this story shows us how disposable animals could be to puppy mill breeders. I believe there's a problem with society when they jump into conclusion that they should purchase a dog before even acknowledging that there's such things as shelters where dogs could go and be adopted. I believe that's very unethical. In this speech, I will show you guys why buying dogs from puppy mills is problematic and not right. I will give you a clear solution. I will say what you can do for yourself to help these dogs. I don't know if you guys know, but puppy mills are a huge profitable business in the United States of America. According to Humane World's website, 5,000 dogs are bred a year. The mother dogs in these facilities never really see the light of day, or maybe they do, but they do spend their whole life in a cage until they can no longer breed, and then sometimes they're being disposed. According to Humane World, 10,000 puppy mills exist in the U.S. So of course, like I mentioned, it's a huge business. 2.6 million puppies are sold. Because of this, shelters are extremely filled. They don't have enough resources and they don't have enough space to keep all the animals. So what happens is that the dogs and sometimes cats that are in the shelters are usually euthanized after a while. Euthanize is just a nice word to say put down and a nicer word to say killed. These dogs are being killed. Last year, 607,000 dogs in shelters were killed because there was no more space for them in shelters. ASPCA states 70 million stray dogs and cats are in the US. How does this affect us? Well, first of all, we should care about animals. We should care that they're living good conditions. We should care that they're into loving and caring homes. Besides that, having stray dogs sometimes makes more traffic accidents, property damage, and we see more unattended dogs on the streets. BestFriends.org Puppy Mills dog says that a lot of these dogs that are being sold come with problems. They come with problems like heart failure, kidney disease, uh, dental problems, and the list goes on. I understand that not everyone will agree with me, and like I believe that everyone should do as they think and what they believe is the best, and you have the freedom to do as you wish, but it's not right. I know that some of you might have a particular breed in mind. Some of you guys think that it might be more convenient to buy a dog. I can acknowledge that maybe for some people this is a necessity, but I don't know if you know what dogs are suffering in puppy mills. I don't know if you think about the strays on the street. I don't think that when we get a pet, our pet loves us because what we look like. They don't think about us aesthetically. They love us because we care for them, because we're there for them, and because we love them back. And I think it's horrible that we go based off looks with dogs too when we know a lot of them need homes. The solution is very clear. Adoption is the solution. Adoption is the solution because if we stop buying from these puppy mills, there will no longer be a demand. And if there's no demand, then they wouldn't make the supply, which are the dogs. And it has worked before because according to bestfriends.org, most Americans think of puppy mills negatively and don't wish to buy. 96% of Americans believe they have a duty to protect animals, and 3.2 million dogs were adopted last year. And the number is expected to go up if we all just go ahead and do our part and adopt. Some may still disagree with me. They may argue that some puppy mills don't treat their animals this way and that they're actually ethical. But I don't agree with that. And also some may say that it's more convenient, like I mentioned before. But I don't know if anybody knows, but shelters are convenient too. Shelters now have appointments. They have walk-ins. They even have websites where they post dogs in the description, so you can take a look. And when it comes to arguing that arguing that the puppy mills are not all bad is true, but at the same time, I think it's unethical to profit of animals and make them for the sole purpose that to sell them. And we have to admit that most puppy mills are not doing it as a hobby. They're not doing it as a fun, for fun. They're doing it for a profit, money, and just unethical. Imagine a world where we respected our animals, we loved our animals, we cared for our animals. Imagine a world where there was no strays living in the streets, where dogs weren't killed because sorry, dogs were not killed because dogs weren't killed because shelters were full. Imagine a life where puppy mill dogs didn't have to suffer the consequences of their breeders. This world could become true. This dream could become true if only we all did our part and we would stop buying and making these businesses profit. The call for action is that one person or one family can make a difference. If you yourself adopt an animal, you're saving one life. Before you go and buy off Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, or a pet shop, think about adopting. Think about taking your family on a little road trip, taking them to the shelter, walking through, looking at the animals, and then you could come to a conclusion as a family, pick a dog, adopt a dog. That's the right thing to do. Say no to puppy mills. Say yes to adopting your future furry friend, because they're there when we need them, and we should be there for them too.